Welcome to Friday Wrap Up. This is your boy Eclectic Enigma, and once again I'm here to wrap this news up for you that you might have missed during the week. Some of it you've seen, some of it you might not have seen. So we're going to get it started like always with the Nilla Please Awards. Raven. Looks like you opened your mouth just a little bit too much about people with ghetto names. Now your girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend named As Marie, has left you. So you hired somebody with a ghetto name to lick the split, and now she splits to find a new lick to lick. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, talk about being full of crap, making fun of people with ghetto names, and your girl has quite a ghetto name. Maybe you'll learn next time.
No, please.
The next award goes to a jewelry store owner in Whitefish Bay that racially profiled NBA player John Henson. The store was robbed 2 years prior, and the employees were scared when Henson showed up. Henson just wanted to buy a Rolex. Employees called the police. The police came and stood outside for about 5 minutes and ran the tags on his vehicle, and they asked him a bunch of questions, and they figured out who he was, so they eventually let him go. Even after that, the employees still wanted the police to stay around while Henson looked in the store. Now, what's funny and troubling about this whole thing, the person that was suspected of the robberies was a white male, not a 6'11" basketball player that happened to be a black guy. But you know, I guess we all look alike. And my advice to Mr. Henson and anybody else is to take your money where it's wanted.
No, please.
Now, the next Nilla Please Award goes to a woman in Minnesota that left her neighbors a note that said, "Your children look delicious." I'm not joking. She left a note in their box, and multiple notes actually, about the children looking delicious because she was upset that they kept leaving stuff in her yard. This lady is crazy with her old Walking Dead looking ass. You trying to eat brains? Me personally, I'm just trying to have a waffle.
Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?
Well, I mean, it is really close to Halloween, and you know, zombies got a zombie, and witches got a witch.
Everywhere I look, I see the repulsive sight of hundreds, thousands of revolting little...
Better find your ass a Scooby snack.
No, please.
The next Nilla Please Award goes to a man who stole his girlfriend's car, crashed his girlfriend's car, set his girlfriend's house on fire, and then started dancing on the roof. All of that happened in the same amount of time, people. As it turns out, he was the first person to see Drake's new Hotline Bling video. And it was so freaking lit that he lit the house on fire, and he went out there and started dancing with his Drake moves. I also have a video of their dance instructor. Check them out.
No, please.
Now, in case you missed it, a school in Virginia played a very racist song before a football game, and it had about 13 N-words in it, amongst other things. I want you to have a listen real quick, and this might offend some people.
They're all poor like Obama. Fuck Michelle Obama. Niggers, I hate them.
Now, the school responded with an apology and said that the student that played the music, it was his own device that had it on there. Like that's supposed to make it okay. Now, what I have a real fucking problem with is the fact that this kid isn't expelled yet, but there was a black kid that was expelled for being in a staring contest with a little white girl, and he scared her. I also have a real problem with Tamir Rice's death being ruled justifiable. The cop gets out of his car within 2 seconds and shoots a 12-year-old black kid. A cop gets out of his car and shoots a 12-year-old black kid holding a pellet gun within 2 seconds, and it's justifiable. I have a real fucking problem with it, considering I can go on YouTube and see all kind of videos of people walking around carrying AR-15s and telling about their amendment right to carry guns whenever they want to. But you're telling me it's justifiable for a cop to get out of his car and shoot a 12-year-old that just has a pellet gun within 2 seconds? How are you going to find out what the hell he has if he can open carry or not? I also have a real fucking problem with Corey Jones being shot by a police officer in plain clothes in an unmarked car that didn't even have a badge on. And then they decide not to tell their family anything until 38 hours later after the public decided that they needed to hear some answers about the situation. What's crazy, he was on the side of the road, he has a gun, he's licensed to carry it and conceal it, but he didn't He's licensed to carry and conceal, and he did not fire one shot. Where are the All Lives Matter people when you need them? Maybe they were covering the death of Mr. Randolph Holder, the NYPD cop that got killed. Nah, they weren't there. They were just sitting on their asses like they usually do with their thumbs in the middle. No? Did you even know a cop got killed in NY? Probably not. There hasn't been much media coverage on it. And there hasn't been any All Lives Matter people holding rallies about the fact that a cop got killed again. Not one single rally. None. Period. They've been sitting on their asses with their thumbs up their butts like they normally do. The only reason they shout All Lives Matter to begin with is try to devalue Black Lives Matter. Finally, I would like to take my hat off to James Vernon, 75-year-old Army vet that saved 16 kids from a psycho that was in the library with 2 knives. That's right, he had 2 knives and 75-year-old man saved him. Now, being who I am, I look at things a little bit differently than most people. So on one hand, I have a 75-year-old that can stop a guy with 2 knives, and on the other hand, I have multiple videos of multiple officers shooting people that only have 1 knife. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Milton Hall being shot 45 times. He had a knife. I'm talking about Jason Harrison being shot on his doorstep for holding a screwdriver.
What's going on?
You drop that for me? Drop that for me, guy.
Jay!
Drop it!
Jay!
Drop it!
Jay!
And I'm talking about Mr. Powell in St. Louis that was shot, and he had a knife.
You bagging up. He got his gun out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. They got their guns out. Oh, they just killed this man. Damn.
If you don't have a problem with this, maybe you need to take your ass to Lens Crafters. I mean, what do we do? I say this week after week, what do we do? Do I continue bringing you this crap every week, week after week, and us do nothing? I mean, it takes a village to raise a child. So what the hell is it going to take for us to start a revolution? It's probably going to take more of what the mainstream media won't show. Case in point. That's Friday Wrap Up. Let me know what you think. 75-year-old, should that 75-year-old be, providing security for people? Or should he be called to take down people that have knives? I'll holler at y'all next week.